Pray to transform relationships, unlock deeper love. Imagine unlocking a superpower that can heal wounds, mend relationships, and transform the world. All while sitting in your living room, pajamas and all. Sounds ridiculous? Well, strap in, because that superpower exists, and it's called prayer. Yep, the act of folding your hands, closing your eyes, and whispering to the universe might just be the secret sauce to loving more deeply and freely than you ever thought possible. Intrigued? Good. Let's dive in. Here's the thing. Everyone wants love. We crave it like a Wi-Fi connection. But loving others isn't always easy. People can be, well, people. They cut you off in traffic, they forget your birthday, and sometimes, they just downright annoy you. Yet, we're told to love them anyway. How? Enter prayer. A direct hotline to the universe that not only changes the world around you but transforms you in the process. Let's start with the struggles. You know the feeling. Someone betrays your trust, and suddenly, loving them feels like trying to hug a cactus. Or maybe you're running on emotional empty, drained by the chaos of daily life, and love feels like a distant luxury. Sound familiar? Here's where prayer steps in like the hero of your story. When you pray, you're not just mumbling words into the ether. You're opening your heart, aligning your perspective, and recharging your love tank. It's like plugging your soul into the ultimate power bank. Take this story for example. Meet Sarah. She's your average busy person, juggling work, family, and her favorite guilty pleasure, binge-watching crime dramas. One day, her co-worker steals credit for her idea, leaving her fuming and convinced that loving this person is as possible as nailing jelly to a tree. So, she does something unexpected. She prays. Not for revenge, though she was tempted, but for clarity and the strength to let go. Within days, Sarah starts to notice something weird. She's not just tolerating her co-worker, she's finding ways to extend kindness. And the kicker? That co-worker eventually apologizes. Coincidence? Maybe. But Sarah knows better. Why is this important? Because prayer doesn't just change the person you're praying for, it changes you. It shifts your mindset from, why me, to, what can I do? It's like upgrading your internal operating system to handle life's messiness with grace. You start to see people, even the difficult ones, through a lens of compassion instead of judgment. And let's be real, who couldn't use a little more of that? Now, imagine this in action. Picture yourself pausing in the middle of a heated argument, not to yell louder, but to silently pray for patience and understanding. Or imagine praying for that friend who ghosted you, asking for healing instead of harboring bitterness. These aren't just acts of spiritual discipline, they're acts of radical love. And here's the best part. The more you pray, the easier it gets. It's like a muscle you're training, one representative of grace at a time. Here's where it gets even more fascinating. Science backs this up. Studies show that people who pray regularly experience lower stress levels, better emotional health, and even stronger relationships. Prayer literally rewires your brain for empathy and resilience. So, while it may seem like a simple act, it's actually a powerhouse of transformation. But let's make this practical. Start small. Before you roll out of bed in the morning, take a moment to pray for the people you'll encounter that day. The barista, the boss, the neighbor who lets their dog use your lawn as a restroom. Pray for kindness, for understanding, for the ability to see them as they truly are. Flawed, yes, but also worthy of love. And when it gets tough, and it will, remember this. Prayer isn't about perfection. It's about showing up. Some days your prayers will feel profound, other days, they might feel as effective as screaming into a void. But don't stop. Because every time you pray, you're planting seeds of love, and trust me, those seeds grow. So, here's the challenge. The next time you're faced with someone difficult or a situation that feels impossible, stop and pray. Pray not for an escape route, but for the strength to love through it. Because love, real love, isn't always easy. But with prayer, it's always possible. In the end, it's not about how eloquently you pray or how long you spend on your knees. It's about opening your heart, aligning with love, and letting that love flow into every interaction. Prayer is the bridge between intention and action, between wanting to love and actually doing it. And in a world that could use a little more love, that's a pretty amazing superpower to have. Thank you for helping us spread love.